YouTube. Hey man, I just finished watching the Barca game. Barca match just ended. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's some bullshit going on. It was an interesting game. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like we. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last game, I was a little bit more annoyed because I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we doing? Like, genuinely. You know what I'm saying? But this time, I think it was all right. Yeah, it was okay. Let me show y'all the score. 2-3, 82% possession, 26 total shots. These guys are playing a terrorism low block. But like I said, Barca is not Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? We will find a way. Let's talk about players. This Romero guy, bro, his first goal, oh my God, cooked Kubarsi. Cooked Kubarsi so crazy. Cooked him so bad. And Araujo tried to get back. It wasn't enough. If I'm saying it's not enough. Feel me? Cooked on his goal. Shout out to him. Second goal, the penalty. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was stupid as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Ball day. This shit should not have been a penalty. I don't care. His body, the nigga swung his body, you feel what I'm saying? But his arm was a little bit out like these, you feel what I'm saying? And it hit his wrist. Understandable, it could be a penalty, but this same exact referee in the game against Madrid and Montjuic, when Chouameni blocked Ferran shot on target with his arm out like these, didn't give the penalty. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, what is it? I understand, you feel what I'm saying? It's a shot on target and he blocked it with his hand, so I understand. But at the same time, his was in a natural position. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you could give it. I understand why you would give it because he did block a shot on target with his wrist. But when Chouameni's arm was out like this and it was a shot on target, you ain't give us the penalty. And it's the same ref and consistent refereeing. Vardreed. What can I say, man? And we also had a penalty shot at the end that we didn't get, but I'll get to that. So then we go into the second half down 2-0. Casado, you know, I didn't hate Casado's appearance, but he wasn't. It's like, yes, bitch, give me nothing. You know what I'm saying? He was like he was doing more defensive work. He wasn't really, you feel me, doing too much. Like, you feel me? Got him the fuck on. Rashford, my boy. I kind of like Rashford in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was trying to link shit up. Him and Balde on the left side. They was trying it, but it just wasn't. You know, it wasn't given. We tried again with Rafinha, Bill. I don't know how I felt about it. So yeah, second half, Rashford off, Casado off, Gaviera on, and Colmo on. You know what I'm saying? I was watching some YouTubers just watching the match. They were saying, "Yo, Danny Olmo or Fermin for this game." I personally like Danny Olmo for this game. You know, when we're playing against a Turismo block, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like Danny Olmo is better with the possession and the link up. You feel what I'm saying? I like Danny Olmo for this game. So I wanted to see Danny Olmo, and that's what we got. Me and Hansi Flick think the same. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? So then, second half, first goal, my goal. Pedrino. What a goal, man. I don't know what the fuck possessed him to take the shot, but he takes the shot with his right foot. The shit bends into the, feel me, into the top corner. Great goal by Pedri out of nowhere from outside the box. Then, second goal, Rafinha corner, literally 3 minutes later, Rafinha corner, lands for Ferran. He kicks that bitch in. You know what I'm saying? No headers because his header game is weak as fuck. Because we seen it later on. He had some header attempts, and bitches was not greens, man. Right to the fucking keeper's hands. You know what I'm saying? He had some good saves. Then, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we had a penalty shot. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There was a point where Lewandowski came on for Balde, I think, right? Yeah, Lewandowski came on for Balde, and Christensen came on for Araujo. Araujo was pissing me off, like always. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do terrible though. Like, it's not like, you know, the goals were his fault. They really weren't. It was more on Kubarsi. Honestly, got cooked harder. Araujo did it okay on the first goal that they scored, and then the second goal, that was just, I don't know, that was some bullshit. The penalty was some bullshit. Um, but yeah, so then we put Lewandowski on. I don't know what type of like lineup we were playing. I feel like we was playing like two striker because Ferran stood on. It was like Ferran Lewandowski. Then it was Lamine, Olmo, Pedri, Gavi. It felt like, and then it felt like we had like a three back, but it felt like Rafinha was playing like wing back. I don't know because he was like back a lot of times. Like a lot of times he wasn't forward when, like, there was one point where like I forgot who tried to pass the ball to him and he was nowhere to be found, or like they were looking for him and he wasn't there because he was all the way playing back. So he was like also wing back shit. Shout out Rafinha, bro. Rafinha does all of our dirty work, and that's why I always appreciate my goat. Hafin. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there was a point where Lewandowski is in the box. And like he's like body to body with a defender. They ran into each other. The defender throws himself on the ground and starts spinning like a fucking like he's on fire or some shit. Like literally like a burn victim. He just starts fucking rolling on the floor. Stop, drops, and rolls. And then the referee doesn't call it. call like to stop the game. And the ball comes to Lewandowski, he goes around him, and then a nigga kicks Lewandowski in his dick. Deadass, that's what happened. Lewandowski had the ball. He tried to go forward with the ball. He wasn't in possession of the ball. He like, you feel me, took a touch, but then the player stopped his run because he kicked him in the balls. Like he couldn't even move nowhere in the box, which should have been a penalty, but didn't get called a penalty. Then he stops the game, and then he stops for a fucking head injury for the defender. The defenders was flopping at some point. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Y'all start flopping. Defender tries to flop on the floor for a head injury that he didn't get. Like, gang, you didn't get injured. No one hit you in the head. What are you doing? Get up. Like, lock in, gang. What you got going on? Like you bugging. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there was that. There's just some bullshit. Like, bro, there was another time where like we had a free kick. Lamine Yamal won us a free kick, and he won us a free kick right outside the box. And Rafinha took it, it hit off the wall, and then the defender drops to the floor like he just got hit in the head. It hit him in his fucking arm. Like it literally hit him like right here. And he drops to the fucking floor to stop the game. You know what I'm saying? 7 minutes at a time. And in the 91st minute, Lamine Yamal with a cross to, I forgot who it was to. He tried to cross the ball, and this idiot scored an own goal. So, yeah. Headed it in. Last minute winner, chicken dinner. Like, that's cool and all, but I'm not gonna act like this was the best performance. You know what I'm saying? There was a Turismo block. We wasn't really unlocking it. Lamine Ball, the whole game, he was just trying shit. But as you can see, he won the most duels, but also lost the most duels. He lost as much as he won because he was low-key getting clamped a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, not crazy, but just a little bit. He was low-key getting clamped. He couldn't really do what he wanted. It wasn't like free-flowing, but he did create some chances. Like, he genuinely did. Like, he was low-key, like, you know, trying shit. But he was just like passing into open space, like with nobody there, or like passing into somebody who has 3 defenders around him. So it's like, you know, he did like a little 1-2 with Olmo, and then he tried to get his signature finesse shot off, but he like skied it and slipped. Apparently the pitch was like mad wet, and there's a couple of times he tried to go for his signature, but like they was on him. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like his most dominant performance, but at the end of the day, he's the one who crossed the ball into the own goal. You know, he kept trying shit, and that's why you don't take him out, because he gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Eric Garcia didn't play bad, honestly. Koundé, I guess, isn't up to match fitness. He came on for like the last 5 minutes, but Eric Garcia, he was decent. You know, there wasn't really a lot of defensive work to do, but he was overlapping with Lamine. You know, he was making runs, so that's all that matters. Support my GOAT. Casado, wasn't really much for him to do. I wouldn't be too harsh on him. Pedri, obviously, great goal. You know, our controller, my GOAT. Rashford, he tried it, but it just wasn't clicking. It wasn't clicking. Our offense, it wasn't clicking. But he didn't play bad for the time he was on the pitch. He did not play bad at all, but it just wasn't it. Ferron honestly was pissing me off a little bit more. I wanted Lewandowski to come on at the half, but they kept Ferron in, and Ferron scored his goal. You know what I'm saying? So, and he hit the woodwork. Oh my God, there was this one goal that he could have had. Pedri felt like a beautiful pass of like trying to 1-2 throughout the low block, and Ferron literally takes it like he lets the ball run past him and then tries to shoot it with his right, but it went too far past him and he just hit the woodwork. Like if he would have shot it a little earlier, he could have slotted that bitch. You feel me? But the shit hit the woodwork. That shit kind of pissed me off. But it's all right. I forgive you, Ferron. I forgive you because you got your goal. Kubarsi. I don't know how I felt about Kubarsi today. He did get cooked bad. Like he got cooked so bad on that goal. Like genuinely, the first goal, like it kind of reminded me of like the Fertazzi goal against Inter that they scored. You know what I'm saying? That should low key piss me off. It reminded me of that. He kind of like tries to like, you know, block shots and shit, but instead of like trying to play the ball or play the defender, he tries to go for the block, and that's what he did. And then Romero literally just cooked him. Like, okay, went around him and scored, slotted that bitch. Balde, I love Balde. He got a yellow on some bullshit, and his penalty was some bullshit too. I mean, the yellow is always a yellow. He like started raging because they gave Levante the ball when it should have went to Barca. Keep your composure, my Dominicano. You know what I'm saying? Chill. But yeah, I just love watching Balde play. Like, bro, I miss this guy, honestly, genuinely. The way he just opens up, he could literally run the entire left wing by himself. And the penalty literally was, the ball got played, and he literally caught up to the defender, stopped the first shot, and then got up for the second shot, or got up for the first like shot attempt, like when they had it like open. He caught up, took the ball off him, feel me, got to the ground, got back up to stop this fucking shot, blocked it with his wrist, and then gave us a penalty. So, you know what I'm saying? But again, that same ref didn't give us a penalty when Tchouaméni did it, so it's like, I can't be mad at him. It was good defensive work. Nice try. Joan Garcia, you know what I'm saying? He don't do nothing wrong. Nothing that ever happens is his fault. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have did better on that penalty. I won't lie. It's like he didn't really pick a side and then he jumped late and it was like kind of cringe. It was a hard watch. But other than that, there wasn't really much he could do for the first goal. And I think he was all right. Shout out, bro. Lamine, like I said, was fake. Like, you feel me? Bird, Rafinha. How do I feel about Rafinha? Well, he played at the 10 at first. He had a lot of touches, I feel like. But then I liked how when Rashford came off, he went to the left. And then when Balde came off, Rashford played like a wing back type position. He kind of became like a wing back. And I don't know, I kind of fucked with it. It was cool. Like, he just does a lot of work. On the other team, all you guys suck. Romero had a great goal. Cooked. I'm not gonna lie, cooked. The keeper, you made some decent saves, but it's like it wasn't like none of the saves were like crazy. It wasn't like no fucking Jan Sommer saves versus the Inter, you know what I'm saying? And this guy was actually kind of clamping Lamine. He had the most tackles, and they were all on Lamine, I'm pretty sure. And then the times where Lamine it wasn't him on Lamine, Lamine got off. You know what I'm saying? That was when Lamine got the free kick, and he cooked this one player with this insane touch. You know what I'm saying? And then I think he got fouled too. So overall, oh yeah, I forgot my demons off the bench. Dani Olmo. I like Dani Olmo's appearance. You know what I'm saying? He came on and he gave us something that like I feel like we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more possession, a little more 1-2s. He was playing 1-2s with Lamine. He just more like he got more composure in the box. You know what I'm saying? He just link up better. You know what I'm saying? Gavi. I love Gavi. You know what I'm saying? I just seen a highlight from Gavi, a goal that he assisted for Pedri, and it was like, damn, bro, Gavi was really that guy, and now he's a central defensive midfielder. What happened to my goat? You know what I'm saying? But hey, give him some time. Christensen, he was all right. Nothing too crazy. I like him on the ball more than Araujo, but that's just on the ball, so I don't know. And then Lewandowski, he didn't really do much. He just came on and was just there. And Koundé too. He only had 5 minutes. But overall, how do I feel about this game? It was interesting. Still things I want to see worked out. I want to see Rashford, click with the team more. I feel like our attack is kind of like I don't know, like it was playing the Turismo block, so like I understand, but yeah, it was interesting. The thing that concerns me the most is our defense. Genuinely, I don't know if Araujo and Kubarsi is the center back pairing of doom that we need. Genuinely, uh, I don't know like what our midfield should be because again, Rafinha at the 10 works. Padri's never getting out, and then it's like we could play Frankie, but Casado is good defensively, but so is Frankie. But Casado also passes a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't know, it's still Frankie. Like that's my goat, my captain. You know what I'm saying? Um, and like Lewandowski, like is he gonna get back to full health and play how he was playing last year? You never know. But Ferran not bad. Like people say shit about Ferran, but he contributes every time. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Tomorrow, Real Madrid play. We will be there. But as for right now, I'm gonna take a nap. Visca Barca, Fortning.